last class we have discussed about irrational numbers. Today we will be discussing about decimal expansion of both the rational and irrational numbers. That is, today we will be discussing about decimal representation or decimal expansion of real numbers. So we will be solving two problems. First, convert 4 and 1/8, convert 4 and 1/8 to its decimal form, decimal expanded form, and also convert 3/13 to its decimal expanded form. So 4 and 1/8 is equal to 4 plus 1/8. So the problem reduces to converting 1/8 to its decimal expanded form. So we will be dividing 1 by 8. 1 by 8. So 1 cannot be divided by 8. So we cannot take an 8 from 1. So we will be adding a 0. Then we will be getting a 10 here, and in the result column we will be writing 0.0 and a decimal point. Then we can take 1/8 from 10. So we'll be writing a 1 here, and the remainder is 2. And we will be writing a 0 here, making it 20. Then we can take 2/8 from 20, and in the result column we will be writing 2. And 2 times 8 is 16. 2 times 8 is 16, and the remainder is 4. So we will be writing a 0 here, making it 40. And we can take 5/8 from 40, and we will be writing 5 in the results column, and the remainder becomes 0. So 1/8 is equal to 0.125. Now 4 plus 0.125 is 4.125. This is the decimal expansion of 4 and 1/8. See, when we divided 1 by 8, finally there reached a state in which the remainder became 0. So the decimal expansion got terminated. The decimal expansion got terminated. So 4 and 1/8 has a terminating decimal expansion. 4 and 1/8 is having a terminating decimal expansion. Now we consider 3/13. 3/13. We will be dividing 3 by 13. So we cannot take a 13 from 3. So we will be adding a 0 here, and we can take 2 13 from 30. We can take 2 13 from 30. Then we will be getting 26 here, and we will be writing 0.2 here. 0.2 here. And when we subtract 30 from 26, we will get 4, and we will be writing a 0 here, making it 40. Then we can take 3 13 from 40, and when we subtract we get 1, and in the results column we will be writing 3. And when we we cannot take 13, we cannot take a 13 from 1, so we will be adding one more 0 here, making it 10. Even 10 we cannot take a 13, so we will be writing a 0 in the results column. Then we will be adding one more 0, making it 100. Then we can take 7 13 from 100. Then 13 into 7 is 13 times 7 is 91, and when we subtract we will get 9, and we cannot take a 13 from 9, so we will be adding a 0 here. So when we divide 90 by 13, we get 6. 19 by 13 is 78. That we can take 6 13 from 90. So we will get remainder 12. And we cannot take a 13 from 12, so we'll be adding a 0, making it 120. And now we can take 9 13 from 120. 13 into 9 is 117. When we subtract 117 from 120, we get the remainder 3. See, we have started with 3 and we have reached a state in which we get the remainder 3. So if we continue the process, we will be getting the result 2 again. The same process is going to repeat. If we because 3 cannot be divided by 13, we will be adding a 0 here, and the same process is going to repeat. So the 230769 is going to repeat again and again and again. So 13 by 30 is having a non-terminating decimal expansion, but the block of numbers, namely 230769, is going to repeat again and again and again. So 3 by 13 is having a non-terminating decimal expansion, but a block of digits is repeating again and again. So in first we have got a terminating decimal expansion, and second on the second problem, and for the second problem we get a non-terminating recurring decimal expansion. Recurring, that means some block of digits are repeating again and again. Okay, see, if a number is rational, then either its decimal expansion will terminate, or its decimal expansion will not terminate, but it will recur again and again. See, if a number is rational, either its decimal expansion will get terminated, like the first problem we did, or the decimal expansion will be non-terminating, but certain block of digits will repeat again and again. So number is rational implies the decimal expansion terminate, or decimal expansion is non-terminating and recurring. One of these conditions will satisfy. For a number, if one of these conditions is satisfied, the converse is also true. If we get a decimal expansion which is terminating, or if the decimal expansion is non-terminating and recurring, then surely the number is irrational. This is the implied by. So if this is true, this will hold. If this is true, this also will hold. If the number is rational, one of these two conditions will get satisfied, and if one of these conditions is get satisfied, then the number is rational. This symbol is called implies and implied by. Similarly, if a number is rational, its decimal expansion will be non-terminating and non-recurring. Non-recurring in the sense a certain block of digits are not going to repeat again and again. So the digits that occur in the non-terminating expansion will be different. It is not going to be a repetition of some block of digits. So if number is irrational, decimal expansion is non-terminating and non-recurring. If similarly, and the converse is also true, if the decimal expansion is non-terminating and non-recurring, then the number is irrational. If this is true, this is true. If This condition is, if this condition is satisfied, if decimal expansion is non-terminating and non-recurring, that means the number is irrational. Okay. Now we'll be solving a simple problem. Now we have to express 0.47777. So this is a non-terminating recurring decimal expansion. Non-terminating recurring decimal expansion. This 7 is not going to end. So we have to express this decimal expansion in the form P over Q. We have to express it in the form P over Q, where P and Q are integers and Q not equal to 0. So our first line of attack is, we will assign this 0.4777 to some variable x. This is call it equation number 1. So we have assigned 0.4777 to some variable x. Then we will multiply equation number 1 by some power of x. So we will be multiplying equation number 1 by 10 raised to n. This n is determined by the number of non-recurring digit after the decimal point. Here is a decimal point, and 4 is not getting repeated again and again, and there is only one digit which is non-recurring. So 10 raised to some n, that n is equal to the number of non-recurring digits occurring after the decimal point. Yeah, so we have the decimal point here. 4 is the digit that is not recurring, and there is only one digit that is not recurring again and again. So we will multiply this equation by 10. So we will multiply 10 with x, we get 10x, and when we multiply 0.4777 with 10, we get 4.7777. So we get equation number 2. The next step is, we multiply equation number 2 by some 10 raised to m, where m is equal to the size of the, or the number of digits in the recurring block. See here, 7 is getting repeated again and again and again, and there is only the size of the block is only 1. So we will be multiplying 10 raised to m. Here m is equal to 1. So we will be multiplying equation number 2 with 10 raised to 1, or 10 raised to 1 is equal to 10. So we will be multiplying equation number 2 by 10 raised to 1. 10 raised to 1. Then so we will multiply both the left side and left side and right side by 10. So we will multiply 10 into 10, giving 100. So we get 100x. Here when we multiply 4.7777 with the 10, we get 47.777. Now we will be subtracting equation number 2. We will subtract equation number 2 from equation number 3. That is equation number 3 minus equation number 2. So we will subtract 10x from 100x. 10x from 100x, that is 100x minus 10x. Then we get 90x. So we will subtract 4 from 47. Then 47 minus 4 is equal to 43. Therefore x is equal to 43 over 90. So this is the P by Q form of the number 0.47777. And I will be doing another problem. Classify the following as rational or irrational. We are given certain numbers, and we have to identify whether these numbers are rational or irrational. The first question is, we have to identify whether square root of 23 is a rational number or irrational number. See, we know that 23 is not a perfect square. A perfect square means square of some natural number. 1 is a perfect square because 1 squared is equal to 1. 4 is a perfect square because 2 squared is equal to 4. 9 is a perfect square because 3 squared is equal to 9. 16 is a perfect square. Similarly, 25 is also a perfect square, but 23 is not a perfect square. The square root of any number, any natural number, square root of any natural number other than a perfect square will be an irrational number. So 23 is an irrational number. So the answer is 23 is an irrational number because 23 is a natural number and it is not a perfect square. So it is a irrational number. So the answer is irrational. The answer is irrational. The second question is, this is irrational. The second question is 7.478478. See, this is a non-terminating decimal expanded form. This is non-terminating decimal this is non-terminating decimal expansion. This is non-terminating, but see, this block 478 is getting repeated again and again. So non-terminating, recurring. This is non-terminating, recurring. So this is rational. This is a rational number. This is a rational number. The third problem is 1.1001000100001. See, this is non-terminating, but certain block is not getting repeated again and again. This is non-terminating, non-recurring. So it is an irrational number. This is irrational number. This is an irrational number. So we have finished unit 1.3. Now we will be continuing with unit number 1.4 in the next class. Bye.